Hi lovely people, I'm here today for you with a haul, but slightly different than usual haul. So for some time I was putting books aside, the ones that I found slightly maybe unusual or plain weird. And today you're gonna see all of those books that I managed to somehow stumble upon over the last, well, it's gonna be probably a few months, since maybe April. Some of them, I think one of them I bought as early as April, so they were waiting long enough, those books, so let's go through them now. I'll start with the smallest size-wise, and then we progress to a little bit bigger ones. So I'm going to start with the author that you might know, which is Chris Riddell, and you probably know this book, which is 100 Hugs. This is not a coloring book at all. This is just a book illustrated by Chris Riddell with some lovely illustrations, and you probably have seen it around in YouTube. A few people have this book and colored in it, and I think it's absolutely wonderful, but this is not the weird book that I was referring to. This one is. So this book is obviously same author, and I found it in a, well, charity shop, so it's like a second-hand shop. Just literally stumbled upon it, and so that's why it's a little bit tattered looking, but it's perfectly good inside. So same idea, it's not a coloring book, it's just illustrations, but perfectly good to color, I think. And first of all, it's just so freaking funny. So the idea is, as you can see, the Da Vinci Code being the actual fish, and all of the illustrations are, the book is called Other Illustrations for Unwritten Books. Unwritten books is basically what Chris did, is play on words with the titles of the book, and he illustrated those unwritten books. Very, very funny. So the title Da Vinci Code has, you know, as you can imagine, fish pretending to be Mona Lisa, which I think is just hilarious. There are many others, Valley of the Trolls in here. What have we got? There's few that are really, so the Heart of Darkness instead of darkness, and you've got like dorky person there. Three Men in a Boat instead of a boat. It's just so freaking funny. Absolutely hilarious book. Accidental Tortoise. It's just absolutely adorable. Wuthering Tights. I mean, this is just hilarious. Very, very funny book. Lovely illustrations. The paper is kind of very smooth. Obviously, it's not a coloring book, but I'm sure it will be absolutely fine with potentially water-based markers, I think. I mean, judging by the paper, I think that will work the best. King Solomon's Moans. This is just absolutely hilarious. I love it. So yeah, so I found this little book in a local second-hand shop. And this is not one of the weird books, but I just simply bought it because I've had this, and I thought I will kind of buy the 100 Hugs as well to go with it. So Chris Riddell, wonderful little books, not coloring books at all, but I fully intend to color in them, just like other people's do. The next one is by Draconis Publishing, and it's not the Nonsensical Nonsense grayscale coloring book, and it's just kind of smallish square book, Amazon printed, with a matte cover, which kind of gets dirty very quickly, but you know, you can't have everything, I suppose. So yeah, Amazon paper, black background, again, quite funny illustrations. I'll just kind of, I'm not gonna flip through all of them, but I'll just show that's the cover one, I think, which I really like. I'll just show you a few coronavirus. I mean, I'm assuming that this is post 2020, when it was published, 2021, there you go. So no wonder it has a coronavirus. Yeah, just very, very cute and funny illustrate. Oh, this one, I think I'm going to color this one for one of the prompts. So yeah, very funny, lovely book. Here's some more of what you can expect inside. I love it. I love it. And actually, very similarly, my next two books are quite similar in some ways, as in size wise, they exactly the same. Those two books are by Arlene Primo, I think. Primo, and that's how you pronounce her name. And it's black background coloring book Animals and Animals Volume 2. Again, so freaking cute. So you've got all sorts of animals. Some of them have a little quotes. I'm so magical, for example. This is hilarious. They are just so cute. I love them so much. Life happens, coffee helps. Yeah, I just can sign my name under that, definitely. Shut up and kiss me. Yeah, they just so cute. And I think those would be like quite, oh, that's cover. They'll be quite quick to color, I think. Obviously, they're one-sided, so you can use whatever medium you want. Bearing in mind, this is Amazon printed, so it doesn't like water media, but you can, you know, prepare it with something to be able to use it if you like. So yeah, Animals. And Animals 2 has a, funny enough, the glossy cover, but it's, you know, similar thing. There you go, Big Sweet Love. Some weird fish, corgi, brave girl. There are some fantastic looking little pigs in here, in both of them, but where is this one? I think it's in this book that, oh yeah, I'm So Magical. I just love that, absolutely love it. And there's, I think there was another one somewhere. Probably won't be able to find it right. Oh yeah, there you go. I Believe in Pink, this one. This is just adorable, absolutely adorable. I love those little books. So yeah, those three, they're not obviously the same company. This is, I don't know who the artist is, it doesn't say. It's just by Draconis Publishing, and those two are by Arlene Primo. All the books will be listed in the description box, so you can find them if you want to. Then the next one is plain weird. This one is just the weirdest book I've ever seen, I think. So the artist is Ryan Bay, I think, and it's called Avant Garden, a surreal coloring book. And oh, it is surreal. It's absolutely surreal. So it has this kind of vintage, not retro, vintage Victorian feel to it, and it's just all sorts of weird creatures. So most of characters has either human body with some animal head or the other way around. Some characters, human characters, have no faces. This one has, but oh, look at those. They have some animal skulls as the heads. This one is, I don't even know what that is, but it's very intriguing. This one has a lizard body and the human kind of very Victorian head. They just so freaking weird, but I don't know, strangely wonderful. I don't know what is it about this that is equally attracting as unsettling, if that makes sense. Elegant swine. And yeah, you see the blank face. So yeah, this is the by far the weirdest book that I've seen in a long time. Mind you, I haven't seen them all, so you know, I'm happy to be persuaded that are weirder than this one. But out of those that I've seen in recently, this one takes first place. I mean, totally. I mean, look at that one. Isn't that just odd? And it's called Fertility. I mean, yeah, it's definitely surreal. I agree. So yeah, weird, but wonderful, I think. Next one is kind of less weird. It's one of the Creative Haven books, and this one is Dreamscapes, and it's illustrated by Miriam Adato. And it's not as weird as, you know, the Avant Garden, but it's kind of, again, has this dreamlike, well, obviously Dreamscapes, dreamlike, surreal feel to it, which I think is nice, but also quite trippy. See? So this is kind of Zentangly, but totally trippy book. This is the example of the colored page, so you can see the kind of dream quality of it. I think if you have a talent, I would say, for finding like wonderful color combinations for such type of illustrations, this can be so wonderful. I'm not talented in that regard. Finding colors is like the most difficult part of coloring process for me, so I'm probably gonna struggle, but nevertheless I'm gonna give it a try at some point and we'll see. But yeah, I think it's quite wonderful, but definitely a trippy book, I think. Yeah, Dreamscapes by Miriam Adato. Then we've got interesting two books. So there's a little story to that. I don't know which of the weird books I was kind of reading about on the Amazon. I was looking at the Amazon, but this came as a recommendation, and no wonder. I mean, Creepy Vegetables. And I saw the title, and I was kind of almost sold based just on title. I mean, Creepy Vegetables. This is just, and look at those vegetables, aren't they just wonderful? So yeah, the artist is, well, I'm not sure if I will do it justice. Lutecria, I'm not sure, probably mispronouncing it, but I'm not sure how this should be pronounced. And that made me laugh. Have fun coloring these scary vegetables. No plant was mistreated during the making of this book. Well, I'm glad to hear that. But let's have a look at some scary, creepy vegetables then. Strawberry. That's a fruit, actually. What's that? Maybe ginger? I'm not sure. It's some scary cabbage. They're quite simple, but I think they actually really funny. The only thing I'm not totally sure about is this copyright pages rather between images. So every other page is the copyright page, which I'm just not sure about, but hey, we'll deal with that, I suppose. So yeah, some creepy, hilarious. This one's, I think, one of my favorites. The avocado is absolutely hilarious. Love it, love it. And my other favorite, I think this is pepper about to be roasted. Just so funny. One of my favorites is a beetroot. Where's the beetroot? I'll show you the beetroot. Where are you, beetroot? It's got to be at the beginning somewhere, isn't it? Oh no, oh, here we go. Is it just, this is fantastic. And it's not perforated, but there is a line where you can cut the image if you want to. Again, Amazon printed book, so Amazon paper, matte cover, standard size for kind of Amazon books, I would say. Very funny. And because this one popped up and I decided very quickly to buy it, I looked at what this artist has in a shop as well, and there was the other book which I picked up, which was Creepy Girls. And this book I've seen in a couple of places. I think most recently, definitely on Pixie's Projects channel. I know she holds that book, so that's great. I'm glad that like more people have it, because I think it's so freaking cute. Look at that one. This is just so funny. Again, quite simple images, but actually I love them. Absolutely love them. There can be some fairly quick color, I think. I think they're very cute. Oh, look at this one. They're very, very cute. And again, you've got the copyright page in between, which I'm not a massive fan. Oh, this one's cute. I mean, they all cute. That's the problem. They all fantastic. Just so freaking cute. This one, yeah. So Creepy Girls and Creepy Vegetables, which I love both. Love them both. Who can resist Creepy Vegetables? Now, this one is slightly different again. So you might know the artist behind this book, which is Chintaka Herath. This is the same author that illustrated all the August Reveries. I think they are 4 or 5 of them now. I think 5, maybe 5. I'm not sure. I really like them, so I probably will buy some on at some stage. But I've got this one now, and this one has quite a few images, and it's kind of similar, but not to such a weird extent as the Avant Garden. It's a similar premise, so there are portraits and there's kind of human merged with animal or bird or insect or something. So you've got, for example, they're all portraits. Again, Amazon printed book, so Amazon quality paper and all that. So you have a deer and you've got this beautiful lady with antlers. You've got hoopoe, so there's a fennec fox, horse, elephant, and tiger. This one's beautiful. And you've got tiger lilies as well, isn't it? So this is really nice. I love this one. Again, very kind of not very odd. They slightly odd, but this one's beautiful. But they're really lovely. I really like them. I was attracted to that book pretty much instantly. Look at this one, cobra with the scaly skin and all of that. I think they just weird and wonderful. Swan, this one's beautiful too. They are very beautiful. So yeah, 47 images, slightly odd, but you know, not the oddest book that I've seen, definitely. But yeah, quite wonderful. Chintaka Herath, Wild Phantasm, lovely book as well. And then I've got 2 from Coloring Heaven. So I decided to include Inktober 2020, which is part of the collection, Coloring Heaven collection. So not your standard subscription issue. I bought it from like back orders kind of thing. So I think it's still available, I think. I haven't checked for a little while, but I think it might still be available. So that was Inktober 2020, and it has a range, this book has a range of images, and I think they all absolutely stunning. Some of them more weird than others, but absolutely stunning, and such a massive variety. Look at this one, this is just so cool. So yeah, you've got some weird ones and some not so much, but I think as a whole book, I think it suits the category of weird and wonderful quite well. There are some images, I think, at the beginning which are, oh, this is beautiful. I mean, they are beautiful again. They are beautiful. Oh, this one as well. Very cool. Yeah, you've got some very nice insects, if you like coloring insects. And I think the beginning are quite, yeah, Jake Parker's. There is a few images by this artist, Jake Parker, and they are, yeah, slightly maybe more odd than the others, like those ones. This lady with however many hands, six hands. Some outer space or aliens. Yeah, so slightly more odd, weird and wonderful images. So I decided to include this one because some are weirdly wonderful images in here, and the other one, just don't laugh, just don't laugh. The other one is recent purchase, and it's Cabbage Patch Kids. They creep me out. That's why they're here. They weird. I thought they dolls and I will like them, but I mean, I do like them, but they creep me out at the same time as well. I mean, I think I never had doll, Cabbage Patch doll, thanks God, because I probably would need years of counseling after that. I find them absolutely creepy. So you might not agree with the with this being included, but as far as I'm concerned, they are weird. They are definitely weird. So yeah, those two. And then we've got A Walk in Eden, which is by Anders Nielsen, and this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I think, what did he say somewhere here? Lush, abandoned Eden, escaping the everyday for a world coming to life. So it looks like kind of abandoned world or other planet kind of world. See, you've got like weird plants and weird animals and this very oversized child, I think, with, you know, as comparing to the plants and animals. Just very, very odd but beautiful. Yeah, three-headed something, dog-like thing. So yeah, lots and lots of images. Usually, I think most of it is like weird plant life, and in here it's slightly different because you've got like everyday items, although a bit old-fashioned, and it's like kind of abandoned world that is kind of dystopian vibe, this book. I get the dystopian vibe from it somehow. There are lots of like kind of single images as well, but I like it. And there are two foldouts, I think. Where are they? I think here, yeah. So you've got these big massive foldouts as well in the kind of in the middle of the book. Yeah, definitely weird and wonderful. Suits the category really, really well. Very strange, but really beautiful. This is not Amazon printed book. This is your regular kind of 10 by 10 book. Who is the publisher? Not sure who the publisher is of this one. Drawn and Quarterly. Published in the UK by Drawn and Quarterly. There you go. Well, published in other parts of the world by the same. So definitely Drawn and Quarterly company. Never heard of them, to be honest, but yeah, beautiful book. So this one is A Walk in Eden, and this is by Anders Nielsen. The next one is Cursed Pirate Girl by Jeremy A. Bastian, I think. And this is beautiful. So I've read in here that Jeremy Bastian did a graphic novel about kind of mythical parts of the, you know, worlds and mythical creatures, which is also, I think, called Cursed Pirate Girl. And this is a selection of the illustrations from his graphic novel. So this is very interesting. I mean, they're beautiful illustrations. I really love the style. So it's, have a look. This is just, it's kind of almost grayscale, but a sketchy kind of grayscale. Just beautiful. Really. Oh, look at this. This is just so pretty. Fantastic. So yeah, lovely, but definitely, as you can see by this image, odd. Weird again. Weird creatures. You've got a little bit of text, as in, you know, kind of, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a kind of storybook or graphic novel, but it has the elements of it. So it's almost like a little kind of story or adventure. There is not a lot of text though. And interestingly, it has spaces, let me see if I can find one, where you can include your own text, which is, I think, very, very cool. Oh, here it is. See, so you've got this skeleton kind of pirate, and you've got little bubbles, speech bubbles, that are empty, and you can put whatever you want in here. So quotes, maybe. I'm thinking now about Johanna, who puts like she likes to put like quotes and things like that in her coloring, which is fantastic, and that would be ideal for that, I think. Although you have to have like really tiny print, I think, in tiny print, because they're not very big. Okay, you've got some here as well. So they are in I think I've seen a few throughout the book, definitely. So yeah, beautiful, absolutely stunning book. Love it. So this is Cursed Pirate Girl by Jeremy A. Bastian. And the last one is from most recent Amazon Japan haul. And this one is, well, not so much weird or odd. It's just, I think, more unusual. So this is a collection of different artwork from different artists. I think it's by Initial Gallery. Mind you, this is Google Translate. So like I said in some videos before, Google Translate is just clumsy translating. It probably, you know, if you knew Japanese, you could probably translate it beautifully into something that is more accurate, but translated by Google Translate is that the people that collected the artwork are called Initial Gallery, and my understanding is that it's a kind of online gallery place in Japan where new artists can exhibit their work online. And I think they have like over 100 of artists exhibiting in that online gallery, and they picked 24 artworks, and you can see the artworks color, I mean in the original at the beginning, like here, they're beautiful. So you can see the original artwork, and then this is kind of converted into line art. And those are the images from the original artwork that you have at the beginning, and I think there's some at the end, yeah, at the end of the book as well. maybe. Oh, not so much, that's something different, but yeah. So very, again, range of very different styles, some of them a bit surreal, some of them a bit weird, maybe like this one, but not completely weird, they're just more unusual, and the variety of styles as well. So depending what you like, I think you can find something for you. I think look at this one's just so detailed, so beautiful, very pretty. I really like those, but yeah, they can be slightly odd, some of them, which is why this book is included in this category. Although again, this is not the weirdest one that we've seen today. Yeah, this one, this very first, I was sure that that must be Doming. Don't you think that it resembles the Doming's work from the fairy tale book? It just so much like Doming's work. And this one, this is the one colored, but it's not Doming. It's somebody called Mitsu. Whether that's a name or pseudonym, I'm not sure, but that's not Doming. But it definitely looks like, to me, wonderful. It's lovely. I mean, yeah, they're very nice. So yeah, this is a very new book, so definitely around on Amazon Japan, because I think it was just very recently released. So this is brand new. I'm just trying to see whether there is a date, but it definitely came out maybe like a month ago or so. No more than that. I'm not sure, but I think this one is very new, but this is also quite pretty. So yeah, those are my weird and wonderful books. Let me know whether you agree that some of them at least are weird and wonderful. I don't think you will be able to persuade me on the Cabbage Patch Kids. I think they are weird, but wonderful. I agree, but definitely weird. So you're not going to be able to persuade me on that. But what do you think? Is there anything in here, in this weird and wonderful pile, that you like? Let me know below. I'll link all the books in the description box. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you shortly. Bye!